thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Why I Love Flagler County, your local podcast spotlighting local businesses and local residents on what they love about Flagler County. So today I'm super excited to have my guest, Mr. Dan Browne, with us today. Dan, thank you so much for the time today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, I'd love for you to kind of kick it off. Well, of course, Dan and I know each other through our local BNI chapter, and I really loved what he's talked about because for anyone who doesn't know how BNI works, every week we all get to stand and talk for about 40 seconds about what we're looking for that week and also just to remind people what we do. And I always find Dan's 40 seconds so fun. I think especially when you go into a little bit more technical fields, the people who can keep it fun and keep it interesting are the best. So I was super excited to have him today. So Dan, I'll let you kind of kick it off and tell me a little about your journey coming here to Flagler, coming here to Palm Coast, and how's that been for you?
We moved to Flagler 5 years ago from Orlando to get out of the rat race. Uh, when you have to go 45 minutes to go 12 miles, it's time to get out. So we decided the kids had graduated high school. We decided uh, we are going to move beachside, and Flagler is where we ended up after looking up and down the coast a little bit. So glad to be here. We love it here, and excited to move my business here and continue the journey of insurance selling.
Yeah. Well, I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that then, your business. So you said you moved it from Orlando here to Palm Coast. Number one, how did you get into that field?
My father has been an insurance agent for 55 years, so I learned the business from him. My degree was in hotel restaurant management, and after working in the restaurant business all through college, I said, okay, I'm done with that. That was fun, but I need something a little more stable and not work until 3 o'clock in the morning every morning. So I said, I'll try it, see if I like it. And I tried it and I liked it. So I love helping people. I love representing the client and not the insurance company. So I'm in between the insurance company and the client, but I always take care of my clients come first. So
I love that. And I know exactly what you're talking about. You talk about restaurant management. My family owned a restaurant up in Michigan for 45 years. And because it was my aunt, number one, I saw how hard she worked. And number two, she was like showing me everything she did too, because I was like technically second in command in that sense. And you're not kidding about those 3 a.m.s. You do stay up until 3 a.m. It's
it's a
no
grind.
joke. It is. It is. So again, going back, you mentioned that you moved it from Orlando to Palm Coast. How has that transition been for you?
It was okay. I mean, I would say I still have a lot of clients in Orlando. It was I had an office there, and then I opened an office here, and I went back and forth for a year. Um, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, going back and forth. But eventually, just closed that one down and open and just kept this one open here, and it's been fine. Every people, I still have an Orlando number or Central Florida number, and they don't know that they're calling Palm Coast, to be honest with you, because nobody ever goes to the office anymore. Everything's done through email, text, and Zoom. So yeah, it's been a very easy transition, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I love asking people when they go through these transitions in their lives. Is there anything that you've had to encounter that you didn't realize you're going to encounter, or anything you learned that you didn't realize you were going to learn? Maybe when opening it, or maybe moving, or anything in between.
Actually, no. I mean, the transition was again, people today we do business. Back when I started, it was all face to face. It was all handwritten, sign the application in person, and it was just different then. It's just we've evolved into a society that everything's done through email and through texting, and I see clients here at the office, but I may see 3 or 4 clients a week, where back 25 years ago, it was 3 or 4 clients an hour. So it's just the transition was made easy because of technology and
Mm.
how we do business. And then, COVID actually in my business helped because nobody wanted to go out. So everything was done even more through text and email. So, yeah, COVID didn't affect me at all when it comes to doing business. It was the same old, or even better yet, it was just, people didn't want to see us. So they just did it through Zoom, through text and email, and it worked out perfect. So yeah, it was a very smooth transition.
Oh, I'm so
So
glad to hear that. I know a lot of people have talked about, this whole move to virtual, but I mean, I know a lot of people also really love it. Like, obviously, we're doing this through Zoom. I do all of these through
yeah,
Zoom. So I'm a part of it, of course, and I really enjoy it. I mean, there's definitely great, we see each other once a week at BNI, and that face-to-face meeting with those people has been really great. And then also doing these Zoom calls as well. I think there's also a lot of connection to be built here. Um, I would love for you to talk a little bit about Absolute Risk Services and what is it that you guys help people with. So maybe people have an idea of like, okay, now I know what Dan does and how I can reach out to Dan.
Sure. So I was an Allstate agent for 20 years before I decided to get into the independent agency force. And it's just, as an independent agent, I can take care of my clients a lot easier because I have many, many options. When you're a captive agent, you have one product to sell. If you don't sell it, you tell them, thank you for coming. I can't help you. And you send them on their way. So it's a much different animal. I love it because I have the independent and complete autonomy to send my clients where it's best for my clients, and that's what I do. I mean, I sell home and auto and business and life and health, everything. I sell all the insurance products, but it's about the client experience for me. I always try to do what's right for the client, no matter what. And I can't tell you how many times I turn away business because it's not the best thing for them. So I do what's right for the client, and that always comes back in tenfold if you do the right thing. So we've that's what our motto is: just do the right thing. So we just do the right thing. So
Mhm.
um, I love taking care. That's the part of the business I love. The insurance industry is tough right now, especially in Florida. Insurance companies have gone through turmoil, and we've lost, I don't know, probably a dozen insurance companies over the last 5 years. So you have to really navigate through these waters, and it's best to do it with somebody that has the knowledge to do it for you instead of an 800 number or the big insurance companies. If you call it, you get somebody that you don't know. And my clients, my cell phone, they have my cell phone. Obviously, if they want to call me, they call me on my cell phone. They call me on my office phone. They text me at all hours, and it's just what I do. That's why I love the insurance agency, independent agency network. I love what I do now. So
Oh, I love this is why I really loved this podcast as well. I talk to so many businesses who share that exact same sentiment, that they really want to put the client first, and they'll turn it away if it doesn't make sense for the client. If it's not going to be a win-win situation, it would just be hurtful in that sense. And it's really important, especially for me as I continue to keep going in business, I keep that value front of mind because that's like you mentioned, it comes back tenfold when you have that service oriented mind. And that's the only way I've ever grown up. Like going back to that restaurant, that's the exact way she ran the business. And we were so
mhm.
well loved in the community for that reason. It's like, oh, this restaurant, oh yeah, she took care of me. The owner knows me by name. I know the owner by name. um,
Yeah,
and it's really special to have that connection with your clients that they feel like, they have Dan's number. They can call him up. It's not an 800 number. I can't tell you how annoying it is to call 800 numbers. And it's like nowadays, it's not even like a person, it's a robot. And you're like, I just
right.
need to talk to someone to help me through this problem. I don't understand the problem. You need someone to help walk me through it. So it's so great that you have that for your clients.
Absolutely. It's like I said, it's our motto.
Yeah.
So
That's so lovely. Well, I'd love for you to talk a little bit about, I mean, you're a little bit new to Flagler, but I feel like you're still a veteran. You've been here longer than me, so I consider you a veteran. What would you
yeah,
kind of recommend for us newbies in the area? Maybe places we can go, events we can go to, groups we can join to kind of put ourselves out there and
yeah.
get known in the community.
So that was the first thing I did is try to look around when I moved here. Is what can I do? Obviously, um, my religion was important to me, so we had to find the right church. Got involved in the right church, and then um, it's funny. We do our meetings, our BNI meetings at the Elks Club, and so I just joined the Elks after a
Oh,
couple of years of being there for our meetings. I finally joined the Elks Club, and then you just meet new people there. It's been great because you meet all kinds of people from all walks of life there, and that's been fun. And then the new community center opened up. We're going to join that and join a pickleball league, my wife and I. So we're going to do that, and we love to go beachside and hit the restaurants over there and the Turtle Shack and all the other restaurants that we like to visit. And the one thing that my wife and I have done a lot more here is ride our bikes. The trails here are phenomenal. We ride our bikes all over the place. One day we rode 30 miles, and it was just it was 5 hour bike ride. Stopped for lunch along the way. It was awesome. I mean, it was just a great day. I mean, it was a 28-mile bike ride, so it was for this bad back, it was not real good for the bad back, but sitting on that
yeah.
hard seat. But it was a blast. It was awesome. So
That's why we have the
we've enjoyed
chiropractors in our chapter.
exactly. Yeah, we like it here a lot. So yeah, we
Oh,
like it a
that's
lot.
Oh, that's so fun. It's so funny. I think you're maybe like the sixth person in the past 2 weeks to tell me about the bike trails and how I should go biking. And I think this is a sign from the universe that I need to go biking because my dad has started biking too. And he's like, we should go biking together. And I'm like, no, I don't know about that. He's like, no, we should. And now
It is fun.
I think this is my final push. Like, I'm gonna do it because Dan now told me to do it and he told me it was fun. So I
Right.
have
Absolutely.
to.
And now I have a cheater. I bought a cheater bike now, so I have a pedal assist bike, so
Oh, do
electric.
you? Oh, we're looking
Yeah,
for an
so
electric bike. Maybe off call, you'll tell me a little bit more about it because I've been looking for one as well.
we love it.
Um,
Yeah, so yeah, when I start out riding, it's no pedal assist, but about 10 miles into it, I'm pedal assisting, and about 20 miles into it, it's really pedal assisting. When you get older, you have to
it's
check the
okay.
body.
That's
So
probably me anyway. I would probably need that anyway. That's why that's why we're looking for one. I
yeah,
probably
it's a lot
have,
easier,
yeah. Well, that's super cool. Well, thank you so much, Dan, for
especially when
coming
you're going into
over.
the wind.
Oh, that wind is strong, especially when you're more
It can be.
beachside. It'll knock you out. Even when
Correct.
walking, it tries to knock you out.
Yeah,
It can get really strong. So
yeah.
there's no judgment on my side. I encourage that. I implore it actually. Keep yourself safe.
Good.
But enjoy your time. Well, Dan, thank you so much for the time today. I really appreciate it. This has been so much fun and it's so touching to hear your story and the way that you put the clients first. I love hearing that. It's probably my favorite thing that I get to talk to small businesses here about that. It makes me feel really great about our community, and
Well,
that's
good.
the value all of us hold, and it makes me feel really great about that. So again, thank you so much for the
Well, thanks for
time.
having me. Enjoyed it.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And to everyone listening, thank you so much. I appreciate you as well, and I will see you next time. Bye.